If you've ever looked at a pile of fallen leaves and thought it was just garden waste, you might want to take another look. In the world of JADAM Natural Farming, leaf mold isn't just decayed foliage. It's a living, breathing microbial powerhouse that can transform your soil and, honestly, supercharge your plants. Today, I'm going to show you why leaf mold is such a central part of the JADAM method, how to make it, and how it can turn your garden into a thriving, low-maintenance oasis. JADAM Natural Farming, developed in South Korea by Youngsang Cho, is built on the idea of creating healthy, fertile soil using ultra-low-cost, chemical-free methods. It's all about working with nature, not against it. Instead of relying on expensive fertilizers or store-bought soil conditioners, JADAM teaches you how to harness natural processes and locally available materials, things you can find right in your backyard. And one of the most important of those materials is leaf mold. So what makes leaf mold so special? Unlike traditional compost, which is often rich in nutrients from kitchen scraps and manure, leaf mold is primarily a fungal-driven product. It's made from the slow breakdown of leaves by fungi and microorganisms, which creates a dark, crumbly, sweet-smelling material. This is more than just good-looking mulch. It's loaded with beneficial microbes, especially fungal species that are essential for breaking down tough plant material and improving soil structure. These microbes form symbiotic relationships with your plants, helping them access water and nutrients more efficiently, while also boosting their resilience to disease and stress. The JADAM approach takes leaf mold to the next level by turning it into what's called a JADAM Microbial Solution, or JMS. This is basically a tea made from leaf mold, boiled potatoes, and non-chlorinated water. You brew it for a couple of days until it's teeming with microbial life, then apply it to your garden as a soil drench or foliar spray. The goal is to flood your soil and plants with billions of beneficial microorganisms in a way that's simple, cheap, and incredibly effective. JMS is especially good at rebalancing poor soils, breaking down organic matter, and creating a living environment where plants can thrive with minimal inputs. Making your own JADAM Leaf Mold Solution is surprisingly easy. First, collect leaf mold from a forest floor or an area where leaves have been breaking down naturally. You'll know you've found the good stuff if it's dark, crumbly, and smells earthy. Bring home a small bag of this material. It's your microbial starter. Next, fill a large container with rainwater, or any water that hasn't been treated with chlorine. Boil a couple of potatoes until they're soft, mash them up, and add them to the water. This gives the microbes a quick, starchy food source. Then, wrap your leaf mold in a breathable cloth or mesh bag and submerge it in the potato water. Let it sit for about 36 to 48 hours, stirring occasionally until the surface is covered with a light froth or bubbles. That's a sign your microbial army is ready to deploy. When it comes to garden applications, leaf mold is a real multitasker. As a mulch, a 2 to 3 inch layer around your plants will help retain soil moisture, suppress weeds, and slowly feed the soil as it breaks down. Because it's fungal rich, it's especially beneficial for perennials, fruit trees, and shrubs, which tend to have a more symbiotic relationship with fungi than annual vegetables. In my own garden, I've noticed that beds mulched with leaf mold stay cooler in summer, warmer in winter, and seem to require less watering overall. When used as a JMS soil drench, it works even faster, reviving tired plants, stimulating root growth, and improving the overall health of the soil ecosystem. One of the big differences between leaf mold and regular compost is microbial diversity. Compost tends to be dominated by bacteria because it's often made from nitrogen-rich materials like food scraps, grass clippings, and manure. Leaf mold, on the other hand, is slower to develop and more fungal in nature, which makes it a perfect complement to bacterial-heavy compost. By combining the two in your garden, you're giving your plants the best of both worlds, a rich supply of nutrients and a balanced, thriving microbial community. Now, a quick note for those gardening in hot, wet climates like Florida or tropical areas. Leaf mold can break down faster during the rainy season because heat and moisture speed up decomposition. In those conditions, you might need to replenish your mulch every month or so during the summer, but don't think of that as a disadvantage. Every time you add more leaf mold, you're refreshing the soil with a fresh infusion of beneficial life. For me, The beauty of the JADAM leaf mold approach is how it transforms something free and abundant, fallen leaves, into one of the most powerful tools in natural farming. You don't need to spend money on expensive fertilizers or imported soil conditioners. All you need is a little patience, a bit of know-how, and the willingness to work in harmony with the natural cycles already happening in your garden. So the next time you see a pile of leaves, don't bag them up or send them away. Instead, think of them as the raw material for your garden's next big growth boost. Collect some leaf mold, brew up a batch of JADAM microbial solution, and watch how your soil and plants respond. You might be surprised at just how quickly your garden rewards you for embracing this simple, nature-powered method. And if you've already tried JADAM leaf mold, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about your results and any tips you've discovered along the way.